welcome to Die Rollin. That's what we do now. We jump in. It's fun.
Oh, wow.
Well, welcome, Will.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see you. And welcome everyone there at home. I'm the ever excitable Alan.
And I'm the ever traitorous Will.
And we had a game of...
We did.
What's it called?
Something punk.
No, the reason I asked that is because I struggle with the title because I'm like, make my day? Because of the centre, go ahead punk, make my day.
Ahead punk.
But we played Go Ahead Punk.
Yes, yeah.
A game by Next Dimension Games, which were one versus many. And so we had a proper fire at Will.
Yes.
Because I was trying to take you out. So Will, 2 things you like about this game, 2 things you did not like about this game. Starting with whatever you like.
Oh, what I liked the thematics of this game. It was really, really thematic. I liked getting straight into it and feeling like I was part of like this whole massive chase. I thought I was a civilian really to start off with in the game when we played. I was sort of just meandering around, just picking up keys that I find on the floor and then just getting shot at by random police. So I thought, I might as well join in the fun and start shooting civilians.
Lean into it, right?
Just lean into it, just carry on, and then it became a complete maniac. But it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the aspect of being able to do that. I enjoyed having your little strategies where you had the chance to get all the extra keys, so it made sure that you had your strategies of diving between different routes, taking freeways and diving around, and I really like that mechanic of being able to just sneak around people or pretend that you're going on a highway when actually you're just going one space behind everyone. And I felt that was really, really good as well. And so that made it for a really good game. In terms of what I didn't like,
I'm going to jump in.
You're going to jump in? You're going to jump?
I'm going to jump in and say I'm going to agree with you 100% on thematics. So anyone who watches channels knows that we love thematic games that marry with really good gameplay mechanics. And this is definitely one which has got a great kind of theme to it.
Yes.
I've not played a game that represents like 1970s kind of criminal versus the cops and stuff. There's not many cop games out there really.
If you were comparing this sort of style to game that we were playing, would be very much a Sniper Elite, which we've done on this channel before. And the Sniper in this, and it's very similar in terms of style of like hunting down and the sort of area management.
Totally different theme. And what's interesting about the theme
is
loud
and going out, and the other one's very silent.
Exactly. And Sniper Elite is although it's a very balanced and very great game, it's not for everyone because of the theme, because not everyone wants to be the Nazis.
Exactly.
But yeah, this theme was really well done. The artwork, obviously this is a prototype, so a lot of the artwork is subject to change, but the artwork on it was really immersive. The theme was great, and it felt like we were doing a story.
Exactly.
Like it felt like we really were trying to track you down, and you were trying to like sneak away and stuff. So it was really fun thematically. Other things I like. It's fairly easy to learn and teach, unless we play this completely wrong. If we did, let us know in the comments below. If you watched the review, the gameplay gameplay we did of it, leave a comment. However, I just think that it was just really well, designed and just really fun to. It's just really easy to teach and learn, and because it was like that, it made the theme of it a lot easier to get into and stuff.
Exactly.
I think I kind of lost myself in that sentence somewhere along the way, but I got back. I think
you had that as well with the subplots as well, the cards that you drew, because obviously you had like criminals that were like fighting out against you,
attacking
and then you ended up stealing a car and a shotgun throughout. It's like you could create these little subplots throughout and just make it more immersive of the town.
Yeah, you're Frank at the City Hall, like it's called back there, and then he's like, oh, let's get a helicopter out, and then Catherine's like, no, it needs to go here, and it was very good. The gameplay matched the theme, and you get those little stories.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Okay, so what didn't you enjoy? I already know what it is.
It's the navigation is the hardest part of this game as the sniper. Like with the board, like it's lovely design going around a city. You see all the pathways, but the design on the little board that you get, you can't really see it. And even it would have been better on like the trackboard, which is just literally a grid of numbers, and you have no idea if those numbers connect. And Adam is going to go and get that board as an example to show you how hard it is to figure out what is going on. So like, you don't know, you could just go from the top corner to the bottom, or like adjacent, literally you could go from there to there, but they might not be adjacent to each other on the actual board.
Because most games which have a secondary board have the exact board but in miniature form, and then but I guess it'd be quite hard because the numbers would be very hard to read on how big that map is. But you do have...
We do have that, but the numbers were hard to read on that, so you're having to sort of do a cross comparison between that and the board, and it's really difficult to see what's going on. So even with just trying to zoom in and have a look at the numbers, it's very difficult without like putting your face right against it, and you can't do that a lot of the time.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is going to be any bigger in the actual the end version, because I think if it was a bit bigger, you just need the kind of font for the numbers being a bit bigger. I think
the other thing is a few like keys as well, because like there's some bits of there's a few bits on the board that are missed, like sort of what the subways are, what type of subway it is, or cable car that you need to use, and that could have been included on it. So more just player aid friendliness, I think, is the term to go with.
So with reference to the roads and stuff, you mean they're not on the mini board, but they are on the actual big board, which is quite helpful. But yeah, I agree with you on that. It would be handy for the sniper if you had. And to be fair, I'm going to jump onto this because this is basically one of my pet peeves with it. I think, like I said, it's very easy to kind of learn this, and the rules aren't that complicated, but I feel like you just need one or two more player aids there. Like having a breakdown of the turn on one of the player aids would be good, because that hunch one, a few times we forgot about it.
We had to keep reminding each other, and it's just more either a track or just something just to literally go, this is where we're at.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing you didn't like about?
Another thing, probably like I felt the delay of drawing at least maybe like cut the movement of the sniper a little bit by like one space, but not have the highways active or something during that move, being able to draw a card, because it feels like I could still be in a spot, but then have the hunch like cripple where I'm getting the card and have no way of escaping and no way of getting to a HR in time or getting the cards I need out of the deck. So which gives it quite a bit of luck in terms of like out of that deck of whether you get something that will help you, such as maybe a silencer or another gun, because as the sniper you don't really want to be in combat. So trying to get those cards and trying to build that up takes time, because if you're waiting to try and move into a space that's clear enough so that you can draw a card, that can take a long time. So I feel that could be mitigated a little bit with maybe an extra move or so. But I don't know. That's me just thinking of how it could be
solutionizing the
problem. But but I feel, but otherwise, other than that luck mechanic and the board, it was a really, really enjoyable game.
I agree. I can't think of a second thing for me, so I'm just gonna jump on and agree with you. I think your fair comments there, really. I enjoyed also the fact that on the player boards you had exactly what their special powers were, and I think in the expansion there's another couple of, sorry, not an expansion, in the Kickstarter version they're going to have maybe 3D miniatures for the people,
that'd be good.
And I think they're also having some additional characters you could have in the game. But yeah, for me, like, this is a really solid 1 vs many. 1v many games are hard to get right.
They are.
Fury of Dracula gets me so angry when I play that. When I'm one of, I mean, I've never played Dracula. I've always played one of the people trying to find Dracula. It frustrates me so much. Like, I played with Alex once, I nearly left the room. I was like, he could be anywhere.
It's like we played the app mobile version as well, and I could just run around for hours. We played like literally 3 hours, and I was just running around in circles because I didn't have anything really to do, so I was just going around. They had to kill me and that to do the game. I didn't really have a win. I just was like, I'm off.
So that was frustrating. So the last 1v many game that I played was actually Sniper Elite, and that's one that I consistently get out with people because I think it's quite easy to teach, and it's just a really fun game. But I'll be honest, this one is
very solid.
I've really enjoyed this. 1v many games is probably the games I like the least, but I played this previously on an actual live stream with Dina from Dina's Headset Studio, and of course the creator of the game as well. But nobody explained me the rules properly, so I was like, or I didn't pick them up, so I was just kind of like doing stuff. This time I'd read the rules, I knew what I was doing, and I felt like
we had a good grasp of what this game was all about.
And I think it felt balanced as well.
It did. I didn't feel like I was picked on or attacked in any way during the game. I know I was being attacked by the police because they're chasing me down for killing everyone. But in this game, you don't really feel like you're attached enough to get angry with like something going wrong.
Whereas when we played Beast, with the Beast,
exactly, you can.
You are really angry.
So I was like, it's like you're attached to it because everyone's like they're just suddenly against everything you have, so it's a different sort of approach. Whereas in this, you're out from the get-go and you're trying to have this sneak, but it added that extra level of more a strategy way out. Whereas I don't think Beast had that. It's like it's that balance of having a way out, not all the time, because I had the token to escape and the chance of rolling a dice to just get out of dodge each time, so it wouldn't have killed me, but those little chips over time did do it, but it meant that you could just feel like you're not going to die on the first turn you get touched,
exactly.
which is what a lot of them tend to do. It's like, oh, the bad guy comes and clobbers you to death in one turn, and that's it.
You're done.
But this, you can play a few rounds and you'll still be playing, and it's nice and fun for everyone.
I love how you wore a thematic T-shirt for this as well.
Yes, I did.
1970s
yes, I did. I went all out. I went on purpose for it.
It's lovely. So, Will, is this a back, a play, or an avoid for you?
For the style of game and what I don't have, it would definitely be a back, because I don't have anything really like this. I've got one versus many in different ways, but in terms of the style and the theme and how it all sits in, I don't have anything like it, so it would definitely be a back.
Yeah, so I've started to do something where when I'm saying a back or a buy, I'm saying if that's something I would have in a collection of 100 board games, because I'm trying to reduce my board games down to around that kind of level. So is this a game that I would say deserves in my collection of 100? I'd say at the moment, yes, because like you, I don't have one with this particular theme, and a 1v many game that I think it feels quite balanced.
And it would be something that you can just play over and over again, because you just keep getting, because it's just constantly replayable. Unlike a lot of games, it feels like I know you're limited to maybe this one map, but because of how it's linked, you're not stuck to one particular strategy all the time.
Yeah.
So it sets a good bar for where I think this sort of genre should go.
Yeah, so it's two backs here, and I think if you were playing this at home, we couldn't do it because we're obviously filming this, and there's copyrights and stuff, but I would definitely put on like a 70s cop soundtrack in the background. That'd be chef's kiss. It'd be, I'm sorry, I actually said that out loud like a weirdo, but that would be fantastic playing it. It'd be really thematic. So this is a game to get some friends around, sit down, put in some 70s like cop action show music, and just get lost in the board game for I think we played around 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
Yeah, so
just 2 hours. So you're probably looking at maybe an hour, an hour and a half.
Probably 2 hours. 2 hours if you've got 4 people, I think, because of the time for people to think of what they're going on. I'd say half an hour per person.
Half an hour for this guy. So So anyway, we've been the great Die Rollin, of course. I've been the ever excitable Adam.
I'm the ever traitorous Will.
And Will, where can they find us?
They can find us here on YouTube, of course, and make sure they ring that bell to keep up to date with all our latest content.
Forget to say that.
They've got to make sure they ding that bell. Otherwise, no notifications. You might miss out on all our videos. And they're really, really good. Make sure to leave a comment down below to let us know if we got any rules wrong, if you know anything, and what Adam has misread or I have misread, and you can complain about it down below. Make sure to leave a like, because we like seeing those likes and all your happy comments, because it makes more videos like this one.
Yeah.
And also you can check us out on Instagram. You can check us out on Facebook. And you can also find Adam's secret TikTok channel.
Secret TikTok.
It is a secret TikTok channel.
Secret TikTok.
Secret TikTok channel.
It's not secret. Twitter as well.
And Twitter as well. Yes.
Fuck a book.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
Fuck a book. We're on that as well. We post now and again on that, but mainly Instagram and YouTube. That's pretty much where we live.
Otherwise, most importantly, guys, stay
safe or die rolling.